Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Bit of upbeat music to get you going on a Sunday late night Monday. I'm figuring we'll just merge them all into one, because once we've got enough gold in the bank, we won't care whether it's a Sunday or a Monday. What a great concept. Now, let's see if we can get this underway. It's brought to you by our Brains Trust. I know we've had every single one of those people working on stuff today. Amanda's keeping Brent on the job. Mr. Duck's driving around trying to keep all the balls in the air. Skippy Jan's trying to catch up with Dan to get him to unlock a phone. All that stuff's happening. And Carolyn's been on Zoom calls all night, all day. So we're zoomed out pretty well. So let's get started. Got a fair bit to get through tonight and some interesting stuff. So our usual sponsors, Skippy, Easy Shopping Cards and Loveday Vehicle Lubricants, all been long-time supporters of the program. So each one of these people are involved, will be K merchants and been great supporters. But we've got a couple of new ones tonight. Don't forget Mr. Enzo's. Whenever you go down to Adelaide and you want to have a really good night out, lots of great food, possibly a limoncello or 2 or 6 or 12, that's the place to go. And Neil from Marketive Minds does a lot of online marketing and basically brand advertising, those sorts of things. Neil has been instrumental in helping us do the last few business expos. So we need to get him a bit more involved. Now we've got a shout out. Yes,
this is shout out to Louise, our young Louise, not a noctarian, a non-gerian, I think. Is that the word? 90 years old. She just looks fantastic there in the photo with her granddaughter. She's celebrating, and she's certainly keeping up very well, and she looks magnificent. So go, Louise. Great shout out. Happy birthday, Louise.
Happy birthday, Louise.
Happy birthday, Miss Louise. Okay, let's get this out of the way. We are expressing our view as affiliates only. We do not represent the company Karatbars International, nor do we give financial advice. We are simply sharing information and showing people what we have achieved as a group. You get to choose what you want to do. It's free to register. We're here to help you get the most out of that registration. So gold is a 5,000-year-old medium of exchange. And this coin fascinates me when you look at it and think it was minted around 541 BC. And it buys pretty much the same number of bags of wheat that it did in 541 BC. Same coin. Isn't that amazing? Is there anything else in the world that can do that for you? So here tonight, we're going to have a quick run through of the Karatbars business. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we don't do this in this format because it's just the only way it can be done. We're trying to alter it a little bit each week so that you can come to an understanding yourself of what this business is and how you would present it. So you get the ability to talk about Karatbars International in a way that works for you. So let's just move into this. This is the headquarters in Stuttgart, Germany, Karatbars International. It's been around since 2011. Pretty good run. Since then, they're in over 120 countries. There's roughly 750,000 partners. I think it's surpassed that now. Lots of offices around the place. We've now got a new Asia Pacific manager. We're trying to get in touch with him tonight to talk to him about all of the places that we can connect with him in Asia. We'd like him to come to Australia to meet everybody and talk through what's happening here. And this is our founder, Mr. Harold Seitz. He is our CEO as well as the founder. He was a senator of the Global Economic Network. Now, that's a German organisation. I don't really know what they do, but I do know that he was a consultant to the German government for quite some time before the 2008 GFC, and this was the sort of solution he tried to get the government to look at. So his mission now is to bring pure gold to everybody, because if you've got gold, you're outside of the debt system, and that's what we're all trying to achieve. We're not here to talk about trading gold, as in buying and selling, although that's an option. We're here to talk about getting outside of the debt system. So in human history, this has been going for thousands of years. And in 1873, the United States established what was called the gold standard, where the US dollar was paired to gold. So every US greenback note had on it exchangeable for gold. You could take it into the bank and get the gold or silver that that note was tied to. Bit of history to that, which we'll touch on later. In 1971, Richard Nixon cancelled that. He temporarily suspended the gold standard. It's still temporarily suspended. And there's more gold now than there was before. So it's just an interesting economic study. And on that note, this is what happens when you disconnect your currency from gold. They were the three major currencies in the world for a long time. You probably should put in there now the Chinese yuan, but have a look at that. Look at where they all are today and where gold is today. Isn't that interesting? And I had someone ask me on the weekend about the economic shift, and no, he didn't believe that currencies do this. But here's another way to look at that graph. $100 in 1970, for you to buy the same amount of product today, you need nearly $700. That's how much our currency has devalued. Isn't that an interesting graph? Looks pretty even to me. There's another way to look at it. If you put money in the bank and think that you're going to get enough interest from the bank to make it viable, look at that graph. The more money that's out in the system, the less product your currency buys. It's black and white. I've seen it happen myself. In 1920, if you had a kilo of gold, you could buy a top-of-the-line Ford. Exactly the same as you can today. And in fact, that's quite a fancy Ford SUV for $40,000. Isn't that interesting? So this is what our currency looks like. It's not a greenback, that's a redback. No, that's not a pun. And in 1999, you could buy a grocery basket full of things, and over 20 years, the amount of product you can buy in the grocery store decreases. I was pushing the cart to the car the other day, looking at it, there's $135 I've just spent, and there was a handful of items in the cart. Just crazy. And that's based on the fact that our average inflation rate is 2.2%. Now that's where the government wants it, between 2 and 3%, because that's what they think gives us a stable economy. Isn't it amazing when you look at just in 20 years, $100 in 1999, you need $154 this year to buy exactly the same amount of groceries. That's 54%. That means it's going to devalue by 100% every 40 years. That's what the math says. You can Google that and check it. So these two gentlemen recommend gold. Alan Greenspan, now that he's not the president of the Fed, he likes to talk about gold. And Robert Kiyosaki, he doesn't want to talk about holding gold contracts or shares or anything like that. Physical gold. But in 2008, everything changed. Mr. Satoshi Nakamoto, whoever he is, and no one's ever worked that out, created Bitcoin. And the backbone of that, the database that runs on, is a process called blockchain. Now, Bitcoin itself might not change our world, but the blockchain certainly will. Those two coins on the left, Bitcoin and Ethereum, two of the early movers. The two on the right, they're ours. Watch this space. KBC and KCB, they're on a proprietary blockchain that was purpose-built for it to be what's called a utility token. So it's very fast, very good record keeping, and it's decentralized. So blockchain gives us the ability to use our phones safely to do our banking. Now, if you look at the world's population, most people don't have a bank account, but they all have smartphones. They nearly all have internet access. In fact, I've got some Indian guys that we get to do some software, and they oftentimes laugh about the quality of our internet in Australia. And you can drive to the middle of nowhere in India to a little village and they've got full-blown fibre internet. Interesting, isn't it? The Karatbars ecosystem deals with all of that. And this is what it looks like. CaratPay is an online platform, so you can use it on your phone. And those of you that have got K1 encrypted phones ordered, or you've won them, like Carolyn likes to win them. I think she's got 2 or 3 of them coming now. That phone is going to be perfect for the CaratPay system because you can pay merchants, you can pay individuals with gold using CaratPay. The Carat Gold platform was founded in Singapore. They distribute the cash gold. CaratNet is the independent blockchain, the basis of our coins. The K-Merchant system is going to revolutionize the way you shop. It's nothing more than a payment system. And when I say nothing more, it's going to be able to accept cryptocurrency, gold, anything at all that you want to pay with can go through the K-Merchant program. The WIM laptop is tied to the K1 phone. Both new super smart technology running on blockchain encryption. Now, if you're a real tech head, you'll be able to tell me that, oh, they'll beat that encryption one day. Yep, but every 30 seconds the key changes, so it's a whole lot of work. And I suspect it's unlikely that someone will beat that system in the near future. The cash exchange machines will allow you to get gold out of the machine, walk up, scan your barcode, away you go. And CaratBit, our own proprietary trading platform where we can deal with the cryptocurrency, the electronic gold, all of that stuff in one platform. That's a very, very interesting ecosystem that all ties together and makes this a complete universe from shopper to merchant. This is what the cash gold notes look like. And you can get cards, cash gold cards, that have the gold embedded in them. Yes, it's 24 karat gold. There's been lots of people that have had it tested. You can find people on YouTube going to a bullion dealer, getting it tested all over the place. It's real gold. The K-Merchant terminal runs on a tablet, very easy to use. Key in the amount, gives you a QR code. The shopper scans the QR code, and that's it, it's completed. So this is all put together by the Gold Standard Group, and that's basically what we're talking about, a gold standard as a payment system, a currency. What a better way to go than gold? I can't think of any. Please remember that the IPO documents will be available on the 15th of December. We will do a special event after the IPO documents are published so that we can have a pull apart, bring everyone up to speed with what's in there, what we'll know about the bank, all that sort of stuff. Hopefully Brad Serravalli will have been to Madrid and been giving us a report from over there. So we'll have all the latest details. So there's three major benefits in being in this system. Number one, you can start saving physical gold in small increments. 0.1 of a gram at a time, if that's what you want to do. Number two, it puts you in a position to build a global business from the comfort of your home. Yep, it works. There can be significant tax advantages to owning a home-based business. Now, there's a group in America that their business model is teaching people how to use carrot bars to take advantage of the tax system over there. Now, they're not breaking the law. What they're doing is showing people how to get the most number of legal tax deductions using this as a business model. Now, I'm going to hand over to Carolyn. She's done some work on the coins and what's coming. So let's go.
Okay, well, time is running out, everyone. The KCB available as free bonus is only until the 15th of December 2019. So that's yesterday, a fortnight. So today, fortnight, they're finished. So looking at this table here, cost in euros is the first number, then Australian dollars. The next column is the amount of gold. The next column is the KCB coins that you'll get in the pack. The next column are the freebies, the free bonus KCB coins, and then what you can swap them for in gold in January 2020. Now, today's the 2nd of December, so January 2020, again, is only a few weeks away. So looking, hang on, go back. Looking at the first pack there is the 150 euro pack. That's the first, it's the bottom of the range, if you like. It's the first level, it's the cheapest, but it gets you in. So 150 euros, 260 Australian dollars, depending on the euro Australian conversion on the day, gives you 0.2 grams of gold, gives you 1,071 KCB coins. So the way you can calculate that is take the 150 euros on the left, divide it by 14 cents for every KCB coin, and you'll get 1,071. Now, I know for a fact that you actually get 1,608 coins, therefore you've actually got a bonus of 537 KCBs. That's really cool. They're free right there. And in January, if you add the two middle columns, so the third column and the fourth column, you've got 1,608 coins. Divide that by 75, because every 75 coins you can swap for a gram of gold in January 2020. So when you divide 1,608 by 75, you get 21 grams. So if you think about what the value of a gram of gold is, and let's be conservative at 40, 50 euros, something like that. So 21 of them, and what you put in was 150 over on the left. So that's a good deal. So the next package is a 750. No, it's actually not the next package. It's just the next one that I've picked. Okay, so the 150 is called a bronze. The 750 pack is called a silver. So 1,250 Australian dollars, 2.1 grams of gold, 5,357. So the same maths. Take 750 euros on the left, divide it by 14 cents, which is every KCB, and you'll get 5,357. Now, we know that you get over 9,000 in this pack, so there's a bonus there of 3,751. Really cool. So add up that third and fourth column, divide it by 75, and that's worth the potential of 121 grams. Times 121 grams by 40 or 50 euros, and again, that's a really good deal because if you outlay 750 in the first place. So the next package is a gold package. There are some in between. I haven't got everyone. I've just given you a selection. So the 1,700 euro pack, 2,760 Australian dollars in round figures. Gold worth 4.3 grams, 12,142 KCBs. And again, it's the same maths. Take 1,700 euros from the left, divide it by 14 cents for every coin. That's how many you get. And we know that you get more than 21,000 coins. So therefore, there's a nice little bonus in there as well. It's about 80%. And add column 3 and column 4 together, divided by 75, there's 307 grams of gold. Times that by what each gram is worth, and you've got a nice little multiplier there. Next one is the 3,000 pack. It's nearly 5,000 Australian dollars. You'll get 8.7 grams. 21,428 KCBs plus another 23, so that's 45,000 coins in total. So divide your 45,000 coins by 75, because you can swap every 75 coins for a gram. That pack there is worth 600 grams. That's in January 2020. So times your 600 grams by 40 or 50, be conservative if you like, is still really got a good deal because you only paid 3,000 euros on the left. And one more pack. I've chosen this one, the 10,000 euro pack, because if anyone on call is considering or has anyone in their team considering a 50,000 euro pack, this one's really interesting because 5 10,000 packs gives you a really interesting outcome. So if any of you qualified for the fast start, so fast start you know is you and whatever package you buy, and then getting 5 people to come on at your level or above, so the 150 pack, the 750 pack, whatever, and getting another 5 people doing what you did in 5 weeks, and you get a free upgrade. Same thing will happen here. Whether you actually start again, so it's worth getting a 3,000 pack if one of your team members is going to do a 50,000 euro purchase, and then do the 50,000 euros in 5 lots of 10, because then you'll actually earn another 3,000 VIP free pack. Just a hint for you people who are strategists, the 10,000 pack, it's euros, $16,250 Australian, 43.5 grand. Now that gold can actually be used to buy another pack. So it's enough to probably buy the 750 pack. It might even be enough for the 17. I'd have to check my figure, but it's a brilliant pack. So, and then again, January 2020, that column on the right, January 2020, the Carabas International has guaranteed an exchange rate, 75 coins for 1 gram of gold. So if you hold on to them longer, then that rate actually increases because they're predicting 1 coin per gram. So the first line, that 150 euro pack, and you've got 1,608 coins, now it's not 21 grams. In 3 years' time, it's 1.6 kilos. That's all maths. Very happy to share that little table with you. That's what I share when I do Zoom calls. And shout out to Asher. I see you're on tonight. Good on you for coming on. So these packs are available till the 15th of December with these contents, right, with the coins. The packs will continue, but in a different format after the 15th of December. We don't know what that format will be. I'm suspecting it'll go back to more gold. because the KCB component will not be there, but there might be a higher gold component. We'll just wait and see what the company comes out with.
Okay, so how do we do this?
Talk to someone. And the 3 questions, really simple. Do you believe in saving money for the future? Yes, no. I really like the word believe, because that'll give you an idea of where that person is sitting with their beliefs. Second question, have you started to save in gold? No, usually the answer is no to this one. So many people haven't even realised or known that this is a thing, it is possible. So yes, no. If I could show you how to earn free gold, would you like to learn more? Yes, no. And why carat bars? I think the most compelling reason there is they are the world leader in small, affordable increments of gold. You can exchange your paper money for gold money. You can preserve your wealth. They offer free gold, they offer free cryptocurrency, and the free cryptocurrency ends on the 15th of December. So, but it is a complete asset building system, and it's a complete e-commerce business. If you watch any of the videos by Mike Maloney, he talks about gold being portable, so you can move it around, it's durable. That coin that Derek showed before, that 5,000-year-old coin, it's still there, it's durable, it's divisible, you can melt it down and divide it up, it's divisible. Fungible was a new word to me. Fungible means that you can exchange it quite easily. And people say to me, if I have this gold, what do I do with it? What if I want to turn it into cash really quickly? Well, go down to cash converters. I pulled into Macca's the other day and there was this big sign, cash converters. We buy gold. So go to a jeweler, go to a gold bullion dealer. It is freely exchangeable. Fungible is the proper word. Get in touch with your recommender, the person who introduced you, the person who told you about this. If you need help, buy some more gold. Preserve your wealth with gold. So here's an update on what's been happening in the press the last couple of days. The KBC, which was their cryptocurrency back in 2018, it was sitting on 2.2, and it's gone down right to 1.3, and now it's back to 2.2. So it's up and down like.
Yes, it's up and down all right. It's up to nearly 3 cents at the moment. So all the people with KBC are dancing. I think it's fantastic. And those of us with KCB, we're very sad about that, because that lowers our swap on December the 15th. However, it is building this business and it is making the company more valuable, and that's ultimately something that we will all win with. So how do you start? Register your free account and upload your proof of ID and address immediately. There is a case for buying a pack straight away, but I can tell you it's much easier and much better if you can upload your proof of ID and address and buy some cash gold. If you purchase the cash gold enough to pay for the pack you've chosen, you're done. You need to set up Carat Pay. You might need some help with that. Purchase the pack with the gold. So that way you get the benefits of 2 transactions on the same amount of money.
It gets more gold circulating. It gets your people used to actually buying the gold and then spending the gold. So again, this is a whole new paradigm, a whole new mind shift. So get used to buying the gold and then spending the gold through Carat Pay.
And it's as simple as that. Invite some people with your referral link. Go through the links and find out which ones you like. What are the links that you can refer people to? so you can answer the questions they might come up with. Get comfortable with how to do it. It's really that simple. Now here's a couple of date savers. There's functions 10th of December, 14th, 19th, 21st. The 14th is here in Brisbane, 10th is in Perth. You can just rock up at the door. You don't need to order a ticket ahead of time. We're getting pretty close to the event, so you can just rock up at the door if you need help. Give us a call, send us an email. We'll show you how to get there and what to do. So we want to fill the places up. We want to have a great big team there with our shirts on if you can. If you'd like to order a shirt.
No, it's too late.
Too late. There you go. Can't get the shirts done in time now.
Yeah, the shirt order went in last week.
So the shirts are already on order for those of us that have them coming. And we have a major event on the Australian calendar. We will be releasing all of those details before Christmas. So you'll have 6 months to plan and get up there. That's at Mooloolaba on the Sunshine Coast. Now we're going to have a couple of shout outs, just a few. This company is amazingly good when they run an incentive or they run a program. I've never seen a company that was so open with their awards. We have a really high number of people that have won awards in this incentive. And let's just go through a few of them. So bronze packs, Mr. Duck, Ms. Buckingham, John Locke, Roger Yates, Brad Saravalli. Now some of these people registered their businesses as well. Therefore, they've worked out how to qualify for multiple awards. Like Margaret Buckingham, who's got a bronze and a silver right there. Jeff Cooper down in Melbourne got a silver pack. Mike Bingham at the Gold Coast. Ernie Clare, north of Brisbane. Cheryl Edmonds in Charters Towers coming down for the function on the 14th. And Guy Walton, a silver pack. That's a wad of coins. And 2.1 grams of gold. That's not to be sneezed at. Here's the gold winners. Mitch Tafe, met Mitch recently at a function. Really nice young man, on fire, building a young team. Alan Day down the Gold Coast. Bob Bennett in Toowoomba. Tom Rees somewhere south of the Gold Coast. Peter Hervenen down the Gold Coast. Chris McCabe in Melbourne. Daphne Harvey up near Burpengary. 30,000 coins and 4.3 grams of gold. That is not to be sneezed at. Now, the VIPs, we put them in bold because they're VIPs. Sir Geoffrey Wilkin, recently of Holland Park. Lyle Fletcher, Burpengary. Myself, Dan McCloskey, Heritage Park. Tony Sawyer, Northside. Brent Dobson, he's milling about on this call here somewhere. And don't forget, we're at Brent and Amanda's house for the Christmas party after the 14th. Jenny Loveday, VIP pack. Val Elsom. Janet Hort in Melbourne. Ros Irwin and Margaret Buckingham again. Funny that she's shown up with 3 different awards. And Irma Meeker. That's 60,000 coins, people. 60,000 coins and 8.7 grams of gold. That's a cool outcome. 60,000 coins. Did I say that? 60,000 coins? Very cool. Now, something's going on in Adelaide. I think they've put something in the water. Dominica Ferraro, Teresa Fazzari, Arthur Panagis and Malcolm Langford. 60,000 KCB, a K1 phone, 2 VIP tickets to the function and 8.7 grams of gold. That's pretty cool. That phone is worth about $1,300 plus 60,000 coins. That's a pretty good freebie. So watch out for these guys. They're going to set a few things on fire. Camilla Thompson and Brad Seravalli, here he is again. 60,000 coins, a K1 phone, 2 VIP tickets, plus €1,000 of spending money and 8.7 grams of gold. You want me to run through that again? 60,000 KCB, a K1 phone, blockchain phone, 2 VIP tickets, €1,000 of spending money and 8.7 grams of gold. Not bad. I think that that's going to be just an amazing outcome. Now somebody has sent me a text here that I maybe am supposed to be paying attention to. I've got no idea. Now, right, that was a question we can deal with later. Now I might as well say it now. I was just asked, how is it possible that Margaret Buckingham had 3 IDs? She actually doesn't. Her husband has an ID, but she's working it, so I figured I'd let Margaret get the kudos. Ms. Longley, down in Melbourne, 60,000 KCV, K1 phone, 2 VIP tickets, €1,300 and 8.7 grams of gold. 8.7 grams and €1,300 spending money. Did I say that before? What a prize. I mean, that's just outstanding. Now, let's look at these two. Now, I think these two just like to show off. Karen Lapham and Carolyn Phillips, 228,571 KCB, a K1 phone, 4 VIP tickets, €1,500 and 43.5 grams of gold. How's that? Just amazing. What a great outcome. Now, it's a little bit disturbing here because you might have noticed that there's a whole lot of ladies on this award thing. I've got to point out Mr. McCloskey and a few other people that the blokes seem to be dragging the chain here.
No, there's no seaming here. The girls have just wiped it clean.
The Peanut Gallery has just informed me that it's just that the girls are that much better. Right then. Now, have a look at this one. The only person in Australia to get this award. The only person in Australia that got this award. It's the highest award that was won in this promotion. Jan McCloskey.
Jan McCloskey.
542,857 KCB, a WIM laptop, 6 tickets, €2,500 of spending loot, and 65.2 grams of gold. Young Dan is going to get tired carrying that much gold around in his pocket. I suspect we might have to have Ms. McCloskey come on and talk to us. Are you near a microphone, Miss Jan? Let me see. Oh, hang on. Here we go. No, you're going to have to hang up again. You're on that computer that makes you sound Chinese. Okay. For some reason, when Dan's been on a call for a while and he unmutes, he speaks in Chinese. Isn't that an outstanding award?
Derek?
Yes.
Derek, can I say something?
You can.
I'm just absolutely gobsmacked here. That we started this team not even 6 months ago. Do you remember?
Just on 5 months.
There you go. Not even 5 months ago. And I think this lady here in the picture, and hopefully she can come on, was one of the first people you called, and she may have said, maybe not. Maybe she said it in a different way.
She did say something like that.
Yes. Everyone and all the girls, they are absolutely whooping our bums. There's no doubt about it. The girls rock when it comes to networking. But this is life-changing. The amount of coins that people have won alone.
Yes.
And then there's the goal. I mean, and we've only just begun. Mate, sorry, I just had to come on and say well done.
That's great.
To absolutely
Have you
everyone.
got Amanda there?
Yeah, she's here. She's just in the other
Okay,
room.
can Amanda talk?
Yeah, well, I
I
might
know she
better.
can talk.
Hang on, I'll put her on.
Okay.
Just say hello. There you go.
Okay. Yes,
Hello,
I'm
Miss
here.
Amanda.
Hello.
I've just got a question for you.
Oh.
What does it feel like to have all of this volume in your drill team?
Well, I put a lot of work into it, so yeah, it's amazing.
It is amazing, isn't it, that it's the strength of this system that you can benefit from this business without actually having gone out and registered 500 people.
Well, I registered 6.
That's fantastic. That's just absolute proof that the system works.
It does.
One was a daughter, and she paid for her.
Shush.
But thanks for that, Amanda. I just wanted people to know that you don't have to be a great networker for this business to work. All you need to do is be in the business. Get some gold, buy some gold, get on the auto purchase. Jan is making all of us blokes look bad. And I know some people will say that's pretty easy, but hey, I've got to tell you, this lady has set the world on fire, and it scares me a bit to think about what she's going to do when the bank comes online in a few weeks, because that's going to change our roadmap. I don't know what tools they're going to give us with the bank, but I do know we will have access to the bank. We'll have lines of credit, we'll have credit cards, all those sorts of things will be coming on board. And all of that turnover, the more people we have using the credit cards, the more volume we have in our business. That means the more money we all make, because it works that way. And look, I'm astounded. When Brent gave me the phone call and said, how about we meet up for a coffee, I had no idea that 5 months later we'd be talking about Jan McCloskey having more than 500,000 coins in one award. Just one freebie award. And an encrypted laptop and €2,500 of spending money. And did I say 65 grams of gold? She's going to have to get all of Dan's pockets in his pants reinforced, just so he can carry around 65 grams of gold. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say congratulations to everybody that was on that list. An outstanding effort. And everybody that's got free stuff on that list, it's going to pay you for the rest of your life. I know that Jan's got a plan to spend 100,000 KCB and a bunch of gold on a chook pen, and it'll have, mezzanine levels and air conditioning and plate glass windows and all that sort of stuff. But you can do whatever you want with these coins. You can spend the gold and the coins wherever you like. This is a life-changing outcome. So thanks everybody for coming along. Has anyone got any questions? Would you like to talk to anyone? Would you like to ask Kate Longley a question, or Jan McCloskey or Carolyn or anyone else? Brad Ceravaglio, I don't know whether Brad's still on the call. He was having trouble. Yep, Brad's on here. Maybe we should ask Brad what's going on down there in Adelaide, what they put in the water. Brad, can you talk to us? Have you got a microphone working there, mate? Microphone not unmuting. No, won't unmute. Well, I know that there's been a whole lot of activity down there in Adelaide. And I know that they do have problems with their water, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're all drinking that water and it's turned them into some sort of carrot bars genius. It's a whole lot of activity going on. Mr. Duck, I know, I can remember being down at Edelong. Graham was there. I think he had a €150 pack at the time. And he's worked out a scary number of coins in the last couple of months. Who else would like to, anybody like to ask a question? Oh, Brad's saying he's got another couple of meetings booked before the 15th. Wow. Oh dear. Good work. Roger's saying that George and Roger are in Adelaide are gobsmacked and so impressed with all of this amazing team's effort. Roger is Brent's recommender and all of this volume is in their business as well. So just look, it's an amazing opportunity. If you're on this call tonight for the first time, grab onto this with both hands. This has been a phenomenal opportunity for those of us that have made it work. And basically that's all it was. Make the decision, make it work, get out and learn, answer questions. If you can't get your questions answered, work it out. So Jan is saying she'll be down in Melbourne on Saturday. So if there's anyone in Melbourne that wants to catch up with Miss Jan and find out how she did that, that's just an amazing outcome. I know Mr. Duck has helped a lot of people get coins through, get systems in place, make it all work. Wow, we've had what an amazing time in the last few weeks. Okay, Brad's saying he can't talk because he's got visitors. I hope he's registering somebody. So thanks everybody for coming along. If there's no specific questions, there's Jan's mobile number in the chat. If you're in Melbourne and you'd like to copy that out of the chat window, send Jan a text. I know that she's doing a couple of catch-up down there in Melbourne while she's down there. She assures me that she's going to register 15 people while she's down there this weekend. Roger's going to be in Brisbane on the 12th of December, so he's coming up for the 14th. Great to see that you're coming up, Roger. Be really looking forward to catching up with you again. And I know even Cassie is coming down from her castle up the Sunshine Coast for the function on the 14th. Oh, and Joe and George. Cool. Excellent. Okay, folks. Thanks everybody for coming along. I think we've hopefully shared a bit of the excitement. As I can tell you, we are flat out excited by what's happening in this business. Thanks for coming along. We'll see you on the golden beaches of the world.